To matasanmu sakon da aka bani in baku shine da abin da ke tafiya wannan zamani yana ci muna tuwo a kwarya. Ina ga manyan mu su yi magana to amma wai mu kara muku kaɗan. Matasa wai a tashi a nemi ilimi. Shaye-shaye ya yi yawa, shaye-shaye ya yi yawa kwarai. In ba mu tashi mu nemi ilimi ba, wallahi karshenmu yana da ban tausayi. Mu duba yawayenmu masu yi ya suka kare ba daɗi. Kai ma da ka gan wannan me ya kamata ka yi? Ya kamata ka doki karatu wurin, kakka bari ma a yi maka magana. Sannan iyayenmu kuma in mun ga irin haka sai mu musu addu'a, ba siniwa za mu yi ta musu ba, addu'a za mu yi. Kai ma yaro in ana maka addu'a ka doki niyya, to na bari, in ba ka ba addu'an bai ci. Mu nemi ilimi, mu nemi ilimi, mu nemi ilimi. Mun gode.
A taba masa mu nemi ilimi, mu nemi ilimi. Ta zuwa ƙarshen ca ne muryan shi ya sharke ne, a shi duka yana cikin dabara. Dan da yake yana da teɓa, kun ga mu masu jiki wata sa'in sai ga abin ya rike kana neman numfashi. To amma Allah ya taimaka. Ko ci hansa ke da wasu gefe ma taba masa. Mun gode sosai, mun gode sosai. So it's important we continue with the program. So at this moment, we'll call upon a member of one of the agencies that are in charge of shaping the narrative and the future of Ghanaian youth. With a huge round of applause, let's welcome on stage Alhaji Inusa Mahama, Deputy CEO, National Youth Authority. Put your hands together for him. Thank
you. Oh, it's okay. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin, arrahmanir rahim. Maliki yawmiddin, iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdina siratal mustaqim, siratal ladzina an'amta 'alaihim ghayril maghdubi 'alaihim waladdallin. Amen. Good afternoon to my fellow Muslim brothers and sisters. I think I will stand on the existing protocols that has already been established. But I'm here on behalf of my CEO, who should have been here to do what I'm supposed to do. And that is architect, lawyer, Osman Ayaraga. He's the CEO for National Youth Authority. And I'm happy that his senior brother is here. So when I get back to the office, I will let him know that he has missed the opportunity to address the senior brother this afternoon. I think when he told me that I'm supposed to come here and then talk about what the National Youth Authority is doing to shaping the youth of Ghana, and then to make sure that we contribute to the development of Ghana, I see that it is a great opportunity that we have to take advantage of, and then let our Muslim brothers and sisters know what the National Youth Authority is currently doing to help in shaping the narrative of some of the things that are happening. First of all, I would like to say that His Excellency the President, John Dramani Mahama, has initiated a lot of programs that is going to help our youth in this country. And some of these programs are: one, the National Apprenticeship Program. This National Apprenticeship Program is supposed to train our youth, especially those that are not in school now, because we have the TVET, which is supposed to give skills training to those in school. But the question was, what of our brothers who are out of school and they are not able to continue after secondary school or after junior high school? What skills can we be able to give them? So during the manifesto, the National Youth Wing, we realized that we need to bring something they call the National Apprenticeship Program. And this National Apprenticeship Program is being run by the National Youth Authority. This program is supposed to equip our youth in different skills that the person desires to learn. One, it is free of charge. You are not supposed to pay anything to enroll into the National Apprenticeship Program. Secondly, when you fill the application and you say that you want to train as a barber, you want to train as a welder, you want to train as a function designer, one, the National Apprenticeship Program is supposed to provide you all the tools that you need to learn. So first, at the National Youth Authority, we will give you the tools free of charge. So if you are going to learn welding, you are going to learn fashion, let's assume you want to learn fashion design. One, we will give you the tailor, we will give you the scissors, the tape measure, everything, industrial sewing machine, everything that your master will use to train you. Another one is, as you are training, every month, the government will give you a stipend that will enable you to be able to come to the training. That means the transportation that you'll be using, the money that you will use to eat, and all those things will be provided by the National Apprenticeship Program. When you finish, it is the duty of the National Apprenticeship Program to set you up again and then give you all the equipment that you are supposed to open your own shop will be provided by the National Apprenticeship Program. So Abondena Songia, my Hausa is not too good, but I'll say it in Hausa. Or maybe my deputy national coordinator is here, who is doing the, so my CEO is calling. Let me put it on loudspeaker so that he will know that what I said, he has, boss, you have missed an opportunity.
What is that?
Mr. Hassan, and Dr. Hassan is here.
Dr. Who?
Your brother. So your loudspeaker, I told him that you should have been here to address him.
His Excellency.
His Excellency himself is here. So I'm doing what you are supposed to do on behalf of you. So I told His Excellency that my CEO, Lord Architect Osman Ayaraga, has made the opportunity to address His Excellency today. Okay. So I think when it comes to Hausa, my junior sister will do that. Another thing that the government is doing is that we are also having the program that we call the 1 million coders job. The 1 million coders program are supposed to train our young people who want to venture into technology, who want to venture into software development. So all the things that you are supposed to use to learn that program will also be provided. The laptops, the internet, the everything, how they are supposed to teach you on how to develop your own software and all those things will be handled in that aspect. We also have what we call the Ejumawures program. We have our young brothers and sisters here who have their own businesses, who have their own thinking, how they want to do their own business, but they don't have the capital, they don't have the money, they don't have the knowledge, they don't have some of the soft skills to be able to expand their business. How do they do this? The Ejumawura program that is being initiated by His Excellency John Dramani Mahama would help you to be able to get some of these things to take advantage of. You apply, they will give you some is grant free. You get the grant and then you'll be able to expand your business that you are doing. So these are some of the initiatives that we want our younger brothers to take advantage of. Sometimes you might think that they are not in existence, but you just need to take opportunity. When you hear that applications are open, take advantage, do the application. And surprisingly, most of these agencies are headed by your Muslim brothers like us. So when you take advantage of that and you let us know, definitely we'll go ahead to be able to help, to be able to bridge the gap between our Muslim brothers and our Christian brothers. So take advantage of some of this opportunity and then we'll be able to assist you to be able to get some of these things. Another thing that the National Youth Authority is doing, which we are championing very much, is that we have what we call say no to drugs. And what we say, red means stop. This is a campaign that we are doing all over. And then I want to use this opportunity to also invite our Muslim brothers and our sisters in Zongos that on the 30th of this month at the Independence Square, we'll be having a very big concert to be able to educate our brothers on some of these drugs abuses. We are bringing people who have taken these drugs and then they will tell you the consequences of these drugs. They will tell you how these drugs have made them to be who they are not today. And then we'll also give you a narrative of some of them who have been able to rehabilitate and they are doing better now. So I want to use this opportunity to invite all of you on the 30th of this month. Let's meet at the Independence Square and say no to drug. Drug is very dangerous, especially this red that is now in our market. When you take it, at the end of the day, you lose all your conscience, you lose everything. And then we've realized that they are mostly, these drugs, they are using it mostly in our Zongos community. And then we should know that sometimes these things are targeted against us. Because they always say that when we, upon all the situations that we are, when we meet them in class, there is always a difference. So they still want us to be dependent at any point in time. So I want to beg you, as our brothers and sisters in the Muslim community and Zongo community, let's try as much as possible to take our education, to take our everything serious, so that at the end of the day, we will also become so much meaningful in society. We become so much meaningful in society, because if at the end of the day, we end up always be at the begging side, we always end up being at the suffering side, we always end up being at the backward side, where will we have an opportunity, or where will we be at a time that we will also say that enough is enough? And I believe that this is the time to say enough is enough. This is the time for us to also let the society and the people believe that we are capable of taking things on our own. We are capable of refusing to be marginalized. And we are also ready to say that we can take the bull by our horn and make sure that everything that we want to achieve in this world, we will achieve them. And I have the belief that we can do better. We can do better than what we are doing. And some of us, inshallah, we will contribute and make sure that this Hausa Youth Ghana becomes something that becomes institutionalized. It becomes something that will continue to do it often. And the National Youth Authority will be ready to partner with you to do it even in other regions that we want to do. We will partner with you to see how best we'll be able to support for this program to become institutionalized and help us to be able to see what we are all dreaming of. So on behalf of my CEO, he said when I come, we should pledge that the National Youth Authority will give 10,000 Ghana cedis to be able to defray some of these debts that people have used to organize this program. Thank you so much, and we are very grateful.
Thank you very much, Deputy CEO in charge of operations at the Ghana Youth Authority. Mun gode kwarai da gaske, Alhaji Inusa Muhammad wannan wato gargadi da kamana da kuma marin baya da NYA za ta yi ma Hausa Youth Ghana. Mun gode kwarai da gaske, Allah saka da alheri. Na karbi izini wurin chairman, His Excellency Dr. Hassan Ayarga, wai jama'a a yi hankuri mu zamna mu ji sauran bayanan da akwai from wato manyanmu da suka kowa ya hankuri ya sauran zamni mu ci gaba da taron an kare shi wato mu je mu enjoy snacks namu kowa ya koma gida lafiya. Shi sa mun gode kwarai da gaske. Na jam'iyyar MPP New Patriotic Party ita kuma wato shugaba ne daga wato GISDEC kenan, Ghana Integrated Iron and Steel Development Corporation, wato GISDEC yana karkashin Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources. Ita kuma tana kwadan zuwa majalisar dokoki, wato tana kwadan zuwa wato parliament kenan insha Allah, in fatin ta bude nomination na parliamentary election. Ita ce none other person dan Hajiya Rabi Salfo ta wato halarci wannan taro. Mun gode. Na mun gode kwarai da gaske. Shi sa ba da bata lokaci ba, akwai wato Madam Mukarrama kenan, ita kuma ta kawo jiki nan ga ita ne Mukarrama Ahmed, Deputy National Coordinator for National Apprenticeship Program, wato under the National Youth Authority. Ya kuriya ta ba ma Madam Mukarrama Ahmed. Hajiya Mukarrama, na samu labari wa Hausankin nan wato ba wasa bane. Shi sa Doc Sarki, wai Hausantan nan ba wasa bane. To ban sani ba ko ita Hausan Sokoto ne ko na Kano ne. Don chairman kai na Zaria, don kana rike da title na Zaria. Na sawasi. Mun gode kwarai da gaske. Ba da bata lokaci ba, kamin wato mu doki abin magana mu ba wato keynote speaker mu, za mu invite din Hajiya Rabi Salfo. Ita ne wato Deputy National Director of Communications na MPP. Ita kuma ta tufa albarkacin bakinta game da wato taron da muke yi a yau. Hajiya Rabi wato fage ya kura ta ba ma Hajiya Rabi. Kada mu manta kuma Hajiya Rabi Salifu ita ce sarauniyar ci gaban Kanuri bare-bare. Ita bare-bare barbara ce, kuma muna mata fata alheri. Shi sa wannan title ɗinta, sunan wannan title ya mera. Shi sa taba mata mun gode sosai.
Ai ba ka gane ba, da na ce ma commissioner da an gama shi a siwunsu ko a sama su fadan sarki mu, ko ba haka ba sarki. Amma tun da an gyara ba samawan kuma, amma da zaliya za mu sama farko don ita ya dace ta fadi. Kamin da in fara zan kawo muku gaisuwa na musulunci, shine salamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. So when I was invited for this program, I was told I was coming to have a conversation with my peers. Unfortunately for me, I'm torn in between at this moment because I'm a royal and I have my chiefs here and I'm one of you. My opponents are here. So I don't even know whether I'm doing politics or I'm speaking to my colleague students or I'm speaking in the palace. I don't know which one I'm picking. I should do what? Yes, I'm quite versatile, so I will just put everything together. My mandate here is simple, and it's on a conversation that is titled Getting Our Leaders or Young Leaders Inspired or Pulled Up Together. Now, I walked in with a presentation, but given the amount of time that has been spent and all that has been said, I don't think I really need to dilute all that has been said, but rather to share with you some key points. And when I'm done with that, I will summarize that in Hausa. The young woman speaking with you is the one you see on the screen there. Her name is Hajia Rabi Salihu. In fact, the name is Salihu, but I'm sure my primary teacher distorted it because I grew up in Tamale. So they call me Hajia Rabi Salihu. And honorable, it's about building young leaders. And I believe in leadership. And not just leading from the top or from front, but leading, most importantly, even from behind. As young students as we are today, we obviously will ask ourselves questions that we have been hearing: leadership, who is a leader, who makes a leader. The person who makes a leader is one that is a person who is of several qualities. I know you know the attributes. It's just a gentle reminder. We look at humility, honesty, transparency, willingness to learn, and willingness to serve. If you find yourself in the space where leadership is thrown to you, it is always very important to see leadership. Come. How do I not get it? Could you mean Gafara? Yeah, okay. Yeah. Like I was saying, you don't need to be given a title to be seen a leader. Wai aka ce wani ne shugaba, ba sai an nada maka sarauta ko an ce wai kai ne shugaba tukun ka zama shugaba ba. Kuma mu matasa, kamin ma a kira ka kai shugaba ko Allah zai aza ka kan shugabanci, ya dace ka san hanyar da za ka ta tsinkaya ko za ka fara shirya kanka kamin ka samu shugabancin nan. Shi na tufadi cikin turanci humility, kaskanta kanka. A wannan kaskantar da kan nan kullum na so ina maganar shi kan hanya ta da yawa sarki. Ba a ce in ka je cikin taro ka mai da kanka rago ba, ba shi ne kaskanta da kai ba. Ba a ce in ana toto ka ce ni ban da shi ba, ba wannan ba ne. Kaskantar da kai nan ne abinda Allah da kanshi ke kwaikwaya muna. Shi ne karkace na fi wani ko makamina ya fi wani. Kowane lokaci an ka kira ki ko an ka kira ka, ya dace ka je ka ji ka saulara kuma ka kara naka da ladabi, don ladabi ne tarbiyya, ko ba haka ba sarki? Wasu na tambaya wai in ka duba in mutum bai da aiki ya iya zama shugaba. The question is, can an unemployed person be a leader? It's simply yes. In fact, when you get in the process of leadership, that's even where you earn employment. In ka ce baka da aiki yau, ka fito bayan gidanka, menene leadership? Gotan bayan gida ya cika, she ka doki phone, ka kira makwabta duka. Yan uwa, kun ga wanga daudan da ake yi. Mu da kanmu ba dadi muke ji ba, ba lafiya yake ba mu ba. Mu share bayan gidanmu ko mu yi gyaran zamantakewanmu, wannan ne leadership. the fact that ka fara ka kira wani ko kin kira wata kama mini mu gyara, wannan kin gwada leadership ko ka gwada leadership kenan. Wasu kuma ke tambaya, wai mutum zai iya zama leader from inda ka taso? Ai wannan ne shi na fadin nan. Can I lead from the community I come from? Obviously, yes. If you ever grow up and ever earn any stature or resources without sending back home, then I'll humbly say you should reflect deeply, because you would have been a failed person. So, unka tashi, leadership da kake son kai, gyaran da kake son kai, ya dace ka fara gida. Shi turawa suka ce charity begins at home. Come with me. Da muke faɗi leadership ba sai an nada maka sarauta ba. Leadership batun having a clear vision. Yan uwana matasa, yau muna makaranta, muna school. Some of you are student lawyers, some are student doctors, some are learning Arabic, some are learning all manner of trade. The point is, what is your thinking after there? Yau da kake kan neman ilimin nan ko koyon ilimin nan, Allahu akbar, naji dadi sosai. Allah kara ma zango karama. Iyaye sun kore mu sosai, kuma wannan abu yanzu ya zo kaina. Wai talabul ilm faridatu ala kulli muslim wal muslima. Yau dakin ga ya reflect ala kulli muslim wal muslima. And zan gode ma organizers da kowane stakeholders da muka ga yayi successful. Yana gwadawa cewa wanga maganan da yau mu duka muke yi, su commissioner sun yi, manyan mu sun yi fira, ba banza maganan nan zai yi ba, don an samu makaranta kuma mun koyi tarbiyya. I can imagine the number of graduates, the number of medical doctors, the number of trained women who are seated in this room, and I'm really proud of each and every one of you. Aka ce leadership batun character ne. Character shi ne me? Tarbiyyanka ko ya ake faɗin character cikin halayenka, kan da kake, kan da rayuwanka yake. To ni zan senta character na in ce mu bar character mu ya zama ambassadorial tool for the zango. Ya zama yau in kina siyasa ni kaman kan da ni nake siyasa, ko in kana masarauta ne, kowane rame Allah ya baka izini ka shiga, ka bar a ce yan zango ga mutanen kwarai ne. Kad ka bar a ce so omununo omuna omoba no. Inda za mu shiga yan uwaye na, mu ba kananan mutane bane. Ku bar mu girmama kanmu, ku bar mu karantu sosai, ku bar mu yi bincike, ku bar mu kaskantar da kanmu, mu saya kan gaskiya. Third point nan ne service nan ne yau nake sai na sarki tun 6 AM nake cikin aiki. From Tamale Airport, na zo nan, na je wani wuri, na zo nan, yanzu ma ina nan da zalina ce na ce na zo. Don wanga ya zama obligation ni, ban ma san zan zo iske iyayenmu ba. Ina ce da ni da kannina da wasu yara na za mu yi magana, shi ina ce in ban je na gaya musu wanda ni ma na je wani wuri na koyi ba, na ci musu amana kuma na ci ma kaina amana. So yau muna ji waɗanda ke zane, na gode muku, waɗanda ke record, ku record, replay, abinda aka faɗi nan duka ku take note. Don shekaran jiya ina zaune inda kuke zaune. Yau gani nan, gobe watakila wani wuri, kuma gobe kun zo ku saya nan har ku wuce nan ga. Always be willing to serve. In Allah ya kadara ka samu service, you should remember accountability. Accountability. Rukun amana. Rukun amana. Kar mu bar a san mu 'yan zango, a ce da an ce dan zango dan fare muke a'a. Mu bar a ce 'yan zango, a ce gaskiya in ka bata abinta kamin ka ce ka zo za ka isko shi kan da ka bar shi. Addini ma ya gwada wannan, ba ma mu kawai ba. Let's try to be accountable to ourselves, to our communities, to our neighbors, and to the leadership titles we are all grooming ourselves into. Wannan zai taimake mu sosai. da kuma influence. Influence nan ya ake samun influence. Influence ni ka iya cewa honorable Ayarga ba ni bai iya cewa ban baki. Me zai sa bai cewa ban baki? Don ya ga abin albarka jikinki. Ya ga character nan da muka yi magana. Ya ga wannan well behavior in you da muka yi magana. Ya ga accountability and honesty in you. Dole zai baki. She wani ya tambaya wanga leadership da muke fadi duka me yasa kullum muka tashi leadership ba iya yin gari ba sarakai, ba iya zama ba jagoran zaman, ba iya zamantakewa na kirki ba waɗanda za su fadi a ji ko waɗanda za su yi gyara ko waɗanda za su wuce a bisu. Dole sai an yi batun leadership. Sai wani ya tambaya su wane ne leaders? In yau Allah ya kaddara ka zama dan farauta kai leader ne, because akwai leadership inda kake. In kai dan kasuwa ne akwai leadership inda kake. In kana use kwakwalwanka ne kana gyaran takalmi tasba menene inda kake akwai leadership wurin. Don akwai waɗanda kuma za su zo wurinka dan Allah a koya muna. Akwai wanda zai zauna gidan shi yana sinkayanka daga nisa yana duban halayenka da kan da kake rikon abinka shi ma yana kwaikwayo da kai. So leaders includes entrepreneurs, innovators, content creators. Today we are in a digital world. When you are creating the content, you create impactful content. You create content that will make you true ambassador of the Zongo that we are talking about. You create a content that will dignify you and dignify your home. And your home is the Hausa tradition. Your home is the Zango we are talking about. Your home is the Kotakoli you are. Your home is the Bari you are. And your home is the Baara or Baare you are. Volunteers also form part of leaders. Kad ka zauna sai an ce maka zo ki yi tukun ki zo ki yi. Don't wait to be called to render service for development or on development. Be willing to take part. In dai gyara ne kun ga Hajiya Rabi wurin. Shi dai ban da iko ko ban da lafiyar shi. Allah ya sa mu duka mu ta zuwa. Akwai leadership cikin politics. Ya je ya cut across wannan rikon amana, gaskiya, how you carry yourself, leading and learning. Personal development. Dan Allah kamin ka ce za ka cimma burinka kan wanga duka ba wanda zai maka shekai. Don yau in babanka ko ummanki suka kai ku makaranta in ba ku zauna kun koyi sosai ba ko suka kai ku wurin koyon aiki in ba ku yi ba mu duka mun ci musu amana. Don su sun biya school fees na, but it's left onto you to grab the opportunity, utilize it, reform yourself, mold yourself, and be that great leader you shall be. Lokaci ya je, ba zan bon ku ba. Na share presentation nan da leaders of Zango Hausa Youth ko Hausa Youth, and insha Allah kowane lokacin da za mu yi seminar ko workshop irin haka zan zo in koyi wurinku kuma zan zo in share muku whatever I have got to share. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala be with us.
Atakbir. Presentation Hajiya kamar yadda ta faɗi, insha Allahu za mu copy shi sa shi balle Hajiya, the presentation, because the youth from various tertiary institutions are here, so it will be made available to their respective leaders and then for onward distributions amongst them. As a slide that is easy for you to read and go through with specific details of how it is going to guide you in terms of your academic study and in terms of actually achieving or living up to your dreams. Hajiya mun gode kwarai sosai, Allah saka da alheri. Abdullah Shamun Bako, what do we have next?
Kwarai kwa, amma sai a sani fa ita Hajiya Rabi Salifu wadda ke magana da kika ambaci arawa sai na ji wannan cewa daga gani ba'ara ce ke ba'ara ce umman ki ba'ara na ji ko kina da jinin gobir babanki bare bare okay to ga arawa ga barbarawa kace ita da suwa cop wa jirgin su daya cop dai kamar maman sa kwatwali ne yana jin kwatwalanci sosai bai dauna bai yazi to muna godiya sosai. I think at this moment it's important we hear the remarks from the Hausa youth Ghana. Reason being that they have been at the forefront of this champion in the cause of Hausa and how Hausa can be leveraged across board. So at this moment, Zamakera Administrative PRO na Hausa Youth Ghana, Hajia Rabi Salifu, tazo Hajia Zalia Qasim, I beg your pardon, tazo tamuna jawabi. Hajia Zalia Qasim, put your hands together for her. To dama mutuniyanki ne. Once again, put your hands together for Hajia Zalia Qasim.
Assalamu alaikum. My people back there, we've been sitting for too long. Yeah? So when I say my people back there, my youth, my people, the reason we are here, please stand up. Stand up and move your foot. Hey, are you no youth? My people back there, yeah, Kutashi. Move your body. You've been sitting for too long. I'm afraid to tell my elders to get because let's move. Like, move your arms, raise your legs. We've been standing for too long. Move around, turn around, see your friend that you've not seen in like an hour. Yes. Yeah, let's move, shake, move your arm, raise your arms up, move your body, let the blood flow. No, it's not right. Now, okay, yeah, please let's sit down. There's not time, not much time. Refreshment is waiting, so let's quickly finish up. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh. The chairman of this occasion, Your Royal Highnesses and traditional leaders, distinguished government officials, representatives of civil society, our valued partners, members of the media, and most importantly, the resilient and promising youth of Ghana. Hello. Good afternoon. It is a great honor to stand before you today as we celebrate World Hausa Day. Let me begin by acknowledging and expressing our sincere appreciation to the chairman of this occasion for accepting to preside over this important celebration. We are equally grateful to our traditional leaders, government representatives, partners, invited guests, and all those who have taken time to join us on the working day. Your presence demonstrates your commitment to the promotion of culture, youth empowerment, inclusion, and national development. Let me begin with a question. What happens when the community stops allowing its challenges to define it and begins defining itself by potential? It rises, it learns, it creates, it leads, and it transforms not only its own future, but also the future of the nation. That is the spirit of today's celebration. Under the theme Rooted at Home, building opportunities, empowering youth for sustainable livelihoods, leadership, and national development in Ghana, we are not gathered merely to honor a language. We are here to affirm the strength of a people, the richness of a culture, the promise of our youth, and the responsibility we share to build a better Ghana. Today we celebrate Hausa, a language that has crossed borders, connected generations, and brought people together across communities and countries. Hausa is one of Africa's great languages. It is a language of communication, commerce, education, culture, and social connection. A commitment to youth empowerment, a commitment to creating decent livelihoods at home, a commitment to responsible citizenship, a commitment to changing the narrative, and a commitment to building a Ghana where every young person, regardless of background, has the opportunity to dream, to work, to lead, to create wealth, and to succeed without being forced to leave home. Hausa is a language, our culture is our heritage, our youth are our future, our home is full of possibilities, but our collective action is our power. Long live the Hausa language, long live our culture and heritage, long live the Zongo communities, and may we continue to build a peaceful, inclusive, and prosperous Ghana for all. Let us create the opportunities that will allow them to succeed without believing that they must leave Ghana to have a future. That is to our youth. And let us ensure that the Hausa language continues to thrive not only in our homes, markets, and communities, but also in education, technology, media, business, and wider development of Africa. To our young people, I say this: do not be ashamed of your roots, be inspired by them. Be proud of your Zango identity, but let that pride push you towards excellence. Do not believe that traveling abroad is the only way to succeed. Success can also be built here at home if you are willing to learn, work, innovate, and persevere. And society must do its part by creating the opportunities you need. Speak your language, learn other languages, get educated, acquire skills, build relationships, start businesses, support local enterprise, respect your elders, support your communities, hold your leaders accountable, and most importantly, become the change you want to see. The future of the Zongo community cannot be built by a government alone. It cannot be built by traditional leaders alone. It cannot be built by NGOs alone. It cannot be built by Hausa Youth Ghana alone. It must be built by all of us together. As we celebrate the Hausa language today, let us remember, language connects us, but action transforms us. Let this World Hausa Day mark not only another celebration, but also another commitment, a commitment to education, a commitment to opportunity, the generation that acquires skills, the generation that enters leadership, the generation it serves with integrity, and the generation that understands that responsible citizenship is not only about what Ghana can do for us, it is also about what we can do for our dear nation, Ghana. At Hausa Youth Ghana, we believe that our young people should not only be beneficiaries of development, we must be partners in development. That is why we are committed to building meaningful collaborations with government institutions, traditional authorities, civil society organizations, development partners, educational institutions, and the private sector. We want to connect our young people to opportunities in education, employment, entrepreneurship, technology, leadership, and skills development. We also want to help create the conditions that make it possible for our youth, for young people to remain rooted at home while building successful and dignified lives. Because opportunity should not depend on where a person comes from, the community they live in, the language they speak, or the circumstances into which they were born. Opportunity must be accessible to all. And when we create opportunities for our people in the Zango communities, we are not only helping the Zango communities, we are helping Ghana. When a young person gains a skill, a family becomes stronger. When a young entrepreneur succeeds, jobs are created. When a child receives an education, the future becomes brighter. When a young person builds a business at home, wealth remains within the community. When a community becomes empowered, the nation becomes stronger. So today, as we celebrate World Hausa Day, let us celebrate our language, but let us also recommit ourselves to service, inclusion, unity, and development. Let us show Ghana and the world that the Hausa identity is not a barrier to national development, it is an asset. Let us show that our communities are not problems to be managed, but partners to be empowered. Let us show that our youth are not a burden, but one of Ghana's greatest resources. That means investing in quality education, practical skills, technology, entrepreneurship, access to finance, mentorship, markets, and decent employment. It means creating an environment where talent is recognized, innovation is supported, and hard work can lead to progress. Our young people should not be forced to leave because they cannot find opportunity at home. They should be able to choose whether to travel, not to feel that traveling is their only option. And when young people remain in Ghana and succeed, they do more than improve their own lives. They create jobs, they support families, they strengthen communities, and they contribute to national development. Changing the narrative cannot be the responsibility of Hausa Youth Ghana alone. It requires all of us. Government must continue to create inclusive policies and ensure that national opportunities reach the communities that need them most. Our traditional leaders must continue to provide guidance, leadership, and accountability. Our leaders must continue to mentor and support the younger generation. Our teachers must inspire our children to believe that education is not only a pathway out of poverty, but also a pathway to leadership and national transformation. Parents must invest in their children. Religious leaders must continue to promote values, discipline, peace, and responsible citizenship. The private sector must open doors for skills development, employment, entrepreneurship, and investment. Financial institutions must develop accessible products that enable young people to start and expand businesses. Civil society organizations must continue to advocate for inclusion and equal opportunity. And our communities must be willing to embrace change. But above all, our youth must rise. We cannot continue waiting for someone else to change our circumstances. We must become the generation that takes responsibility, the generation that learns, the generation that creates, the generation that builds businesses. Its strength is not only in the number of people who speak. Its strength is also in its ability to create understanding, build relationships, and open doors of opportunity. But as we celebrate how far Hausa has come, we must also ask ourselves, what are we doing with the opportunities that our language, culture, and community have given us? Because culture without development is incomplete. Identity without responsibility is incomplete. And community without collective action cannot reach its full potential. This is why the work of Hausa Youth Ghana goes beyond celebrating Hausa Day. The goal is to build a generation of young people who are not only proud of where they come from, but also prepared to change the narrative of where they are going. For too long, the word Zango has sometimes been associated with negative stereotypes, poverty, insecurity, exclusion, illiteracy, and social challenges. But we know that the Zango community is much more than these stereotypes. Behind every stereotype is a child with potential. Behind every statistic is a young person with a dream. Behind every challenge is an opportunity to make a difference. And behind every Zango community is a generation that deserves access to education, skills, decent work, entrepreneurship, leadership, opportunities, and the chance to contribute meaningfully to Ghana's development. We are here to change the narrative. Thank you. Before I leave the podium, there's an appreciation that we want to give as a where. Okay, so I guess I'll be back. Assalamu alaikum.
Please put your hands together for her. Taba mata, taba mata. Hajia Zalia Kasim, a very, very hard-working woman. and we are very, very happy that she is with the Hausa Youth Ghana. Once again, put your hands together for her. So, we will go to the next person to deliver a message. Of course, why we reserve Alhaji Masaudu is because he's one of our own, and it's because he understands the reason why we're doing this. And so he happens to be the keynote address. He would wait, he said he will take his time to allow his sister to deliver her message before he comes next. A dalilin da ya sa kuka ga Alhaji Mas'ud har yanzu yake nan zaune shine ya fahimci irin abin da muke yi, a don haka bai yi gaggawa ya ce zai zauna har dama ya samu ya kasance shine na ƙarshen da zai mamna magana a wannan zama. A don haka ya ce akwai 'yar uwarsa mace dama tana cikin jerin wanda za su yi magana, ita ta ci gaba ta yi magananta, in ta gama daga baya sai shi ya zo ya yi ƙarshen shimfiɗa, chairperson ɗinmu shi ma ya shigo da nasa jawabi na ƙarshe. Ke sa ku yi haƙuri, in muka gama komai sai mu duka baki ɗaya mu tafi mu je mu idar da sallah. So the next person to be introduced will be talking on the topic personal branding and employability. She's a woman who started from nothing and has rose to become a CEO of a very, very working brand that makes her amongst the women who are making real money, real impact, and real influence. With a huge round of applause, let's welcome Dr. Nasifatu Muhammad, CEO, Casa Tomatoes. Put your hands together for her.
Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum.
Okay. She wants me to add that she is the executive director of Go Lead Ghana, a women advocacy movement. Put your hands together once more.
And for your information, I'm no longer the CEO of Casa Tomato. I am the founder, actually. There's someone managing it for me because of my tight schedule. So I would prefer the executive director of Grow Lead and the brand accelerator, which is a consultancy firm I manage now. Salaam alaikum, Sarake. I'll bend, but I'll stand for all the musis in the room because they are my slaves. Okay, so I don't have a script, but I'm here to appeal to our conscience. And I like the fact that Ajia Zalia, in her latter submission, asked the question, or she ended by saying that we are here to change the narrative. And my question is, are we ready to change the narrative? Are we truly ready as Muslims? Well, I am not seeing all of us as, I see the Hausas to be more cosmopolitan than only one group of people. I believe that the Hausas are made up of a couple of the Northern, Zongo, and all its affiliates put together. That's what I was meant to understand by Ajia Zalia. So I am going to touch on the fact that we are all in one bundle as Muslims. Now the question is, are we ready to change the narrative? The youth in the room, are we ready? Are we ready? Are you sure we are ready? So how do you position yourself to change the narrative? How do we position ourselves? We want to enter into entrepreneurship. We want to groom ourselves properly. We want to be able to speak to most of the big men in this room. At least if I cannot count, I'll count about 20 big people in this room. Are we ready to approach them? Are we ready to go and tell our stories to them? Are we ready to pitch ourselves to them? Is this something we are ready to do? Please, inwardly answer that question. I know most of you are not ready. The reason is that, look, I grew up in Accra all my life. And when we talk about stigmatization and stereotype, I have seen it from infancy. And as a Muslim student, as a Muslim kid, I kid you not, I have to fight my way from scratch to to the top where I am. I'm not even there yet. I won't say I am at the top yet. But now, look, you are responsible for how you are treated. We are responsible for how we are treated. If Muslims are facing backlash now, it means we have caused it. I always say it. Sometimes I decide to be the radical in the room. Now, why do I say we are responsible? Even in this room, I believe we'll find some of the youth, because it's a Hausa Youth Day. Okay, let me just dress anyhow and go. Let me just appear anyhow, in flip-flops, chaliwati. Let me just leave my hair anyhow. How are you going to market yourself to that big man? Look, this is an opportunity for you to meet this big man, this big man, this big woman, all the people here. Now, if one of them should call you, come and pitch what you want to do, will you be confident enough? That's the question we need to answer. And most often, we Muslims have been tagged with that. The fact that we appear, quote and unquote, shabbily. That's why I said I'm here to appeal to our conscience. Are we ready to change the narrative? Are we ready to start with ourselves, to start grooming ourselves so that we can fit into the rooms that our counterparts in other places, I'll not mention it, our counterparts elsewhere will fit into, because they'll beat us to it. Even appearance alone, they'll use it to beat us. Then they'll come down to confidence. They'll beat us to it. Because look, your first point of confidence stems from your appearance. 60 to 70%, it comes from your appearance. You walk into the room and then that Christian is dressed so beautifully and they get the needed attention. And then they bundle us into one. Santa for I mean, we often hear that and I cringe because I am one of us. We are all one. So when they touch a Muslim, they touch me. They touch Ajia Zelia, they touch Ajia Rabi, they touch Mr. Big Man policeman. I don't know if the police rank him. Commissioner, they touch Alaji Abbas, they touch Sariki Maudi. So you see, let's begin to let who we are, who we want to be, reflect in our being. Let's begin to understand that for somebody to acknowledge us, to acknowledge that this person is deserving of this offer, it should stem from number one, the person's appearance, number two, the person's confidence. Are you ready? That's why I asked the question, are we ready to position ourselves? So we want to go into entrepreneurship. Last week I had I saw something online and then I ordered it. I'm telling a story. And then the person delivered it. The size I wanted, the person didn't deliver. And then I reached out to her. And then she told me, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't have the size, and then it was we mistakenly sent this to you. Look, let's not do things shabbily. You want to go into entrepreneurship, deliver the customer's expectation. There's something in total quality. They say what? Meeting and exceeding expectation. You don't only, if you want to thrive in this market world, what you have to do is to meet and exceed. You don't only meet, you meet and exceed expectations. Are we willing and ready to meet and exceed market expectations? The youth here, I know most of us want to go into entrepreneurship. It's not about just buying and selling. It's not about seeing something and then say, okay, I have a social media platform, so I can just put it out there. What am I using my social media page for? Am I using it to follow people I assume are big and then just commenting, or being a pedestrian comment person under everybody's post? No. How you even carve your advertisement message tells a lot about you. How you are able to even take photographs of your own product tells a lot about you. You don't just go on there, put anything anyhow with blurry photos. You don't go there on there with your business account commenting on everybody's personal post. Draw a demarcation. This is my business account. This is my company account. Those who follow me and follow Casa Tomato will know that Casa Tomato has its own account. Even the brand accelerator has its own account. And I have my personal account. Whatever I do on Instagram, on Facebook, I use my personal account for it. And if Casa Tomato makes a post, I decide to share. That's how you become professional. That's why I said, are we ready? I don't think we are ready enough. But let's begin to groom ourselves. Let's begin to challenge ourselves and say that, look, we can take on the world. We can also do what our counterparts are doing. Recently, we faced a backlash about Muslims, Christians, and look, the kind of unprinted words that were said about Muslims, I couldn't fathom. And some of them, to be honest with you, you realize they are true. Some of them, look, we can't blame them. They are true. Let's begin to change the narrative. Let's begin to be neat. Muslims have been tagged as dirty people. We go places and we want to perform ablution and then we wet the entire place. Everywhere is dirty, everywhere is wet. Please, what kind of upbringing is this? This is Islam, and Islam preaches what? Neatness. Let's begin to let our work show in what, let's begin to represent ourselves properly. It's up to us to change the narrative. If the people will respect us, it's up to us. If they will disrespect us, it's up to us. But let me leave you with this. I don't want to take much of your time. I can speak on and on and on. But it begins with us. Whether we are ready or not, the changing of the narrative begins with us. Are you ready? Am I ready? Let's think about it and go back onto the drawing board and see what we can do to change the very things that make us face all these backlashes. Thank you very much.
Let's do it one more time for incoming Dr. Nazifatu Muhammad. She's the founder, no more the CEO. And Haji Arabi was, amplifying the position. Thank you very much. And I believe that before we started the informal session, I engaged some of you. You would appreciate what Dr. Nazifa has just mentioned. And those were the things that we were discussing. So Dr. Nazifa, earlier, during the informal session, the topic you handled was one of the things that we spoke about. We asked some of them what they envisage, or how do they envisage themselves after school, and how are they planning, or what are the steps they are taking to actually ensure that they attain or achieve those things that they envisage to achieve after school. And it was very important that you really hammered on it, and especially some of us who are also privileged to be going to places, and some of these comments we actually hear them, and even though sometimes it cannot be said in our faces, but the memory, you hear it, and I'm sure that is a humble reminder to all of us to ensure that we keep our surroundings clean and to be the lead in terms of personal cleanliness and keeping our surroundings very clean so that others would emulate. Thank you very much for that particular sermon that you delivered. Let's do it one more time for her, Hajia Nazifatu Muhammad. We very much appreciate so. Very soon we are bringing this particular youth development session of the Hausa Youth Ghana Day to a close. But before we do so, we have our keynote speaker, who is in the person of Alhaji Masahood Mubarak. He is the Deputy Director General of the Ghana Maritime Authority. He will, with all humility, I humbly invite him to the podium, our keynote speaker, Honorable Alhaji Mubarak Masaudu, to deliver his keynote address.
Thank you, Honorable MC. Honorable Dr. Hassan Ayarga, eminent chiefs, respected religious leaders, Magajioi, colleague, speakers, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. The organizers in Zasumin Dabara doing magana last, she suka ce wani ne keynote speaker. Now, but I accepted this, Hannah, because of the importance of this gathering. And I committed all my day to the event because of how deeply I feel about young people, particularly young fellow Muslims in this country. Colleague speakers already have spoken a lot. I believe we've sat here for hours. We are all tired. But it hasn't lost on me that today we are sitting in this hall, a hall that is named after His Eminence, our Chief Imam, our father, our everything, Sheikh Usman Nuhu Shaributu. Now, if you look at the life of this man, he served in silence, he served in quiet, he served this country. He is one of the main reasons why we are enjoying the peace and unity that we have in this country. But when you look at his long years of service, for us young ones, I'm speaking to you, it tells us that the life of a service person is a long game. You hear respected people being honored here today, being revered today. It didn't happen with just one step. It didn't happen in a year or two. They took time to build it. We have Dr. Hassan Ayarga here. His age is advanced. You want to be like him? First lesson we need to learn is patience and discipline and commitment and grit. You would face a lot. You would face a lot in this world. Although I have a very young life, I believe I have earned what it takes to share with you about the lessons of you being determined and you being grateful. If you look at the Hausa culture and the language, you'd realize that our great-grandfathers are very entrepreneurial. They are very skillful. They toiled so hard. The Hausa culture in itself is about trade. It's about business. There's no laziness in Hausa. So already in our genes, we have it in us to be able to excel. What we need to do is to structure our lives, is to structure our enterprises. There have been a lot of talk about the kind of skills that you can learn. But I dare to add that what you need to do, the world is changing and changing so fast. Today, AI is replacing a lot of people's professions and careers. So the first thing that you need to do is first, if you are at this stage of your life where you need to pick a career, you ask yourself, what are the important skills you need today to serve the world's market today? And if your time horizon is, let's say, 10 years or 15 years, you ask yourself, what are some of the pressing issues the world is going to be facing in the next 10 years, in the next 15 years? That is how you begin to narrow down on what career path you take. When you come to where I come from in Asawase, I know people who learned how to sew. Today they've put the machine down, they are driving Adedetas, we call it in Kumasi. It is because that trade they learned, either they've not added enough value to it, either they've not structured it properly, or it has lost its place in our society. So although you are being sold different kinds of skills, whatever skill you should go for, you should think deeply about it and see how you can turn it around and ensure that you earn living wages and not just acquire skills that would not be able to help you in any meaningful life. I represent the Ghana Maritime Authority. What we do is shipping. What we do is to ensure that our territorial waters is safe for navigation, for ships to come in safely and go out safely. Today, all over the world, there's a huge shortage for seamen. Just this year alone, the shipping industry requires 90,000 seamen if we are able, if we want to be able to sustain the maritime workforce. Ghana has about 550 coastline in terms of kilometers. We have 2 ports. The MPS Terminal 3 port is the biggest and most functional port facility you can have in West Africa. I encourage you to begin to look at the maritime sector as some of the viable career pathways that you can venture into. Today on our register, our seafarer register for Ghana, we have about 5,500 seafarers. From the captains that man the ships, to the engineers that keep watch of the engines, to your normal and casual workers who work in the vessels. There are different kinds of professions that you can learn and work on the ship. The starting point of someone who is a graduate, and in the shipping world, between 3 years, we have courses that you can do in about 3 years to 4 years, and you graduate. Either you go to the Regional Maritime University or you go to the Marine Engineering unit of the KNUST. When you finish, your entry salary is 3,800 least. If you pay anybody this salary in the maritime industry, they will not take it. Dollars. So I entreat you, and this is not, and although you see, we live in Accra, you can literally walk from Nima, from Amobi to the coast, but you don't get to hear about these opportunities that you can tap into. So today I'm telling you that His Excellency the President has tasked us to use the shipping industry and the maritime industry as a pathway to create youth employment in the country. And myself and the leadership of the GMA, we are working to increase our seafarer registry from the 5,500 numbers to about 10,000 in the next 5 years. I don't say this to impress you about the maritime industry alone. I'm giving you facts, and I'm giving you the opportunity to change your lives. If you close from this forum today, you have the leaders of the Hausa youth that you can reach out to. They can get to me. My PA2 is here. We are happy to direct you to the Regional Maritime University, where you can enroll in courses that subsequently can land you in this career. And when you come to the Ghana Maritime Authority help desk as well, I believe our able officers should be able to guide you as well as to how you can also equip yourself to enter the maritime trade. Without saying much, I think already our respected senior COP, our sisters, they've all talked about the need for us to reevaluate the way we portray ourselves as Muslims in this country. When that recent incident happened, I told myself, the best jihad you can give to Islam, the best dawah you can do for Islam is to be an ambassador of Islam in a way that you live an exemplary life. When they see you, let them see trust. When they see you, let them see an educated person. Ashantis have a saying, a proverb, that what it tells you that those days, da an ganka da babban riga an ga mai gaskiya, an ganka da babban riga an ga mai rika mana, mai gaskiya sosai. That was what a big babban riga munga, that was what it signified. So today, can we still be bold to say Nanga Mutun de Jalbab, Anganshi, the Gaskiya? Can we say that? I know sometimes these topics are sensitive and difficult topics to talk about. And the point of it all is that culture is dynamic. Na Gaskiyan ko me kyawun ciki, let's keep it. Wanda bai da kyau ciki, let's put it aside. So, thank you so much. May Allah bless our Chief Imam, His Eminence Sheikh Nuhu Sharbutu. May Allah bless our chairman here, Honorable Dr. Hassan Ayerga, and all the eminent people gathered here. May Allah bless our nation, Ghana. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.
MashaAllah. Jama'a takbir. A takbir. Chairman. His Excellency Chairman, it appears you have a lot of sheikhs here. You know, COP is not only a police officer, but he's also a sheikh. Because when he mounted the podium, it appears the spirits entered him and he delivered the same one. And then when Dr. Nazifa also came, it was the same. And then Haji Arabi came. She was giving it to us left, right, and center. And it appears she's going to take over your title as the best Hausa speaker of the day. Because she was giving it to us back to back. So it appears all our speakers are doing well and have done well and continue to do good for the betterment of our nation, Ghana, and our communities as a whole. Thank you very much once again. Please, let's give them a round of applause one more time. But, Chairman, his PA is my friend. His PA is my friend. But unfortunately, ever since they assumed office, he has never invited me for tea, even without biscuits. He has never done that. So I understand Deputy Chief has an announcement.
Okay, it will be done by the PRO of the Hausa Youth Ghana, who would commence with the presentation of some citation of some selected individual who are contributing to changing the narrative of the Zongo and Muslim community. Za a bada lambar yabo zuwa ga mutum biyu waɗanda suka taka rawar gani a harkar na ci gaban Zongo. Hajiya Zaliya Kasim ta bayyana wanda za a bayar.
Assalamu alaikum. So this year we decided to take a few people out that have been helping Hausa youth with its initiatives. We call on them anytime, even though you don't see their hands, you don't see them, they are there. There are many of them. So we are starting with 2 each for each program we go. So we are starting with Alhaji Abbas Dawood.
So we'll read the message. So let me stand here so that I don't block Doc. If not, COP will give it to me. So, in honor of your exceptional generosity, steadfast support, and distinguished commitment to the advancement of Hausa Youth Ghana and the wider Zongo communities, your remarkable contributions have transcended the boundaries of our organization, uplifting lives, strengthening communities, and advancing initiatives dedicated to youth development, empowerment, and collective progress. Through your selfless service, benevolence, and unwavering partnerships, you have made an enduring and meaningful impact. With profound appreciation, we celebrate your invaluable contributions and lasting legacy of positive change you continue to inspire within our communities. May the Almighty Allah richly reward you for your generosity, bless your endeavors, and grant you continued success, honor, prosperity, and abundant hire. Presented with deep appreciation and gratitude, Hausa Youth Ghana. Ladies and gentlemen, with a round of applause.
Naji wannan babban jihadi ne sosai da Alhaji Abbas yake yi. To Allah saka ma Alhaji Abbas alheri. Kai kuma duk abin da ka sa ma gaba Allah ya biya ma bukatunka baki daya. Assalamu alaikum. Mun gode Allah saka.
Once again, put your hands together. Kama ma Alhaji Abbas Dawood, well deserved. Ya cancanci wannan karramawa da Hausa Youth Ghana ta yi masa.
And the lady, because if you know me, well, if I do your mail, I have to do. So yang. So the lady, her PA is here. She had to travel this morning, so she couldn't be here. She is another person who hides to do things, but I decided to bring her out. It goes to Halima Sadia Abdullahi Abu.
A round of applause, please. And at this moment, we invite incoming Dr. Hajia Nazifa to do us the honors. Please, let's give her a round of applause. We want to be gender balanced, so let me read out the citation. So citation presented to Halima Sadia Abdullahi Abu. She is the Deputy CEO in charge of Finance and Administration at the Petroleum Development Corporation, popularly known as the Petroleum Hub. So the citation reads, Hausa Youth Ghana proudly recognizes Hajia Sadia Abdullahi Abu for her dedicated and unwavering support towards Hausa Youth and World Hausa Day. Your generous contributions, both financially and in kind, have played a significant role in supporting our programs and empowering our youth. We deeply appreciate your kindness, commitment, and belief in our vision. May Allah richly bless you, reward your generosity, increase you in wisdom and in honor, and continue to make you a blessing to many. We sincerely appreciate you. Signed, Hausa Youth Ghana. A round of applause, please.
All right, so just immediately after the presentation of the citations, we're going to go quickly to the fundraising. Kamar da kuka sani, Hausa Youth Ghana ta daɗe tana yin wannan aikin, kuma akwai abubuwa da yawa da ta sa gaba za ta yi. Akwai horo da sauran abubuwa da za a yi domin taimakawa ci gaban matasa. Akan haka ne za mu yi wannan fundraising, and to help us do the fundraising, humbly and respectfully, we're going to invite the gentle COP Muhammad Suraj to assist us in raising funds so that we can, support the Hausa Youth Ghana. Mr. Chairman, would like to make it. Okay, so the chairperson for the occasion, Dr. Hassan Ayaraga, said humbly and respectfully, we have to allow COP to be today, and that we should do it before he comes to wrap the whole program up. So, as I can say, Hausa Youth Ghana mun san dama akwai abubuwa da sa gaba. Ga babban tabuna na ranar Asabar, ga abubuwa da yawa da aka yi. Yanzu muna muku magana ga akwai abubuwa da suka sa gaba na mentorship programs da za a je sassan Ghana baki daya yi, da sauran wasu ayyuka da yake za yi. Wannan aikin mu duka mun san cewa idan aka bar musu su kawai yiwuwa an samu akasi, amma idan muka taimaka musu abin ya yi kyau. Shi yasa a don haka muna son za mu fara da wani abu ɗan kaɗan, mutum ka tashi ka ce kayi mana. Za mu fara 10,000 Ghana cedis. Wa zai ba Hausa Youth 10,000 Ghana cedis, tsohon CD 100 million. A ce ga seed money, Hausa Youth ku ɗauka ku fara project ku na mentorship da sauran abubuwa da kuce za ku yi. 10,000 Ghana cedis. Who will be that to donate 10,000 Ghana cedis to the advancement and the works of Hausa Youth Ghana? 10,000 Ghana cedis. Was it 10,000 Ghana cedis? Okay. After abin nashi ne kuma ya kuma nuna cewa nashi ne. Sarkin samarin Ankara da kewaye, shugaban kungiyar sarakuna bangaren matasa na Ghana baki daya, Sarki Salisu Ali Maude, ya ce ya bada 10,000 Ghana cedis. COP Muhammad Suraj ya bada another 10,000 Ghana cedis. Fantastic. Muna da 20,000 Ghana cedis. Chairman, mu ci gaba da 10,000 ko dai mu zo kasa, ko dai kai kana son kai ka bayar sai mu rufe ko mina hannun ka. Okay, chairman wanzo. And the chairman, why she did double mana ne 20,000. Shi sa ba faɗin nashi. Chairman ya yi sirri da ni na zo na faɗi, baki nan ga. Ya ce zai ba da 20,000 shi ne amma watan faɗi. oh baki na yasa muna da 40,000 ke so yanzu chairman wai mu sako kasa shi yasa mun sako kasa wai mu yi shi 5,000 ko to wai wa zai bada muna da 40,000 ko shi yasa yanzu wa zai ba mu 5,000 Ghana cedis. Honorable Masoud shi ne ya ba da keynote speaker wai ya ba da wai sai wuce da ya ji muna magana shi ce ya pledge 5,000 Ghana cedis a taba so muna da 45,000 Ghana cedis another 5,000 masarautan Hausawan Ankara da kewaye sun ba da 5,000 Ghana cedis. To ga shi nan abin ya kyau. Hajiya Halimatu Sadi Abdullahi Abu, Deputy CEO Petroleum Hub, wai abin ya mata kyau yanzu ga an kira ta ita ma ta pledge ku zo ku karbi 10,000 Ghana cedis. Kai abu ya kyau, kai zan fara rawa, kai zan yi rawa, yanzu kai zan yi rawa, in yi rawa, hajiya ke ce nawa? Hajiya Rabi Salifu ya meran bare kana wata bada 5,000 Ghana cedis. Muna da 65,000 Ghana cedis kenan, 65,000. Mun kai 100,000 kenan. Momo number, Hausa youth, wai ku bada momo number ku. Ba muna kai. Kaga yara ko za su bite mu. Za su bite mu, yara za su bite mu. Ki wata zai bada nashi. Ai da muka kama ka. Ba abin da zai same ka check.
Chief yaran nan sun manta kana zamni nan ga.
Muna da police baka muna haka. Muna da 65,000 Ghana cedis. 5,000 Ghana cedis. 5,000 Ghana cedis. 5,000 Ghana cedis. 5,000 Ghana cedis. Okay, na ga chairman na bani sai wa in sauka. In sauka ko? Chairman wa yi shi 2,000 Ghana cedis. Chairman wa 2,000 Ghana cedis. Talban Ankara da kewaye ni Odote Odawulu Alhaji Isaka wa ya bada 5,000 Ghana cedis. Shi yasa muna da 70,000 Ghana cedis. Muna da 70,000 muna ta tafiya 70. 2,000 Ghana cedis. Wa zai bada 2,000 Ghana cedis? Okay. Dr. Nazifa, founder, Kasa Tomato, ta ba da 2,000 Ghana cedis. Tawa kuma zai zo. Sarkin zangon Adbaraka Alhaji Mummuni Batika ya ba da 2,000 Ghana cedis. Kai lalle ana son ci gaban matasa, abin ya yi kyau, ya bar na ji daɗi sosai a zango. The future is indeed very bright. Wa kuma in zo ga umarmu bogiyan UK London masarautar Nufawa sun ba da 2,000 Ghana cedis. Dala ta sanawa masarautar Nufawa sun ba da 2,000 Ghana cedis. Kai abu ya yi kyau. Chairman ya bani sai wa in zo mu yi shi don komi rangwami. Wai don komi wa mu yi shi 1,000 Ghana cedis. Chairman wai yanzu a sauka a yi shi 1,000 Ghana cedis. Wai masarautar Nufawa da muka rago muka zo kasa suka ce kai abin ya musu kyau, sun kara 1,000 nan ya yi 3,000 daga masarautar Nufawa. A taba masarautar Nufawa muna godiya. To 1,000 muna neman mutum uku sai mu kare ma gaba daya saboda lokaci. Sai chairman ya yi closing remark. 1,000 amma za ki ba kinga an ce wai yan London suna da fefe ba su ba da kuɗi amma gashi nan ashe kariya suke. kin ga yawa iyaye kan san ana cire kudi ana masu saura kuma ta yi ba kudi lalle ka ba kyau
sai shabu ka sa iyaye ba mata sun fi kowa accounting fa
to masarautar nufawa galadima mubarak ya kara 1000 Ghana cedis kawo masarautar nufawa mun gode sosai so last person sai mu close wannan chapter 12 person ya yi remarks din sa mu wuce who will give us 1000 Ghana cedis and then we wrap it up all 1000 Ghana cedis before we wrap it up all 1000 Ghana cedis to ina ganin
wanda ya kira mummunan ban shi ne zai bada 1000 mu tashi chama ko dai
a yafi mai
sanshin kenan
a yafi mai
ko yafi mai chama wa yafi mai
alright
ba da mun karbi 1000 wurin ka.
So I think the initiative has been very, very successful, and we are happy that together we're able to go through the workshop successfully. Once again, let's all of us put our hands together for ourselves. Taba. Zama yayi kyau sosai. To akan haka ne za mu kira chairperson maga kujeran wannan zama Dr. Hassan Ayarga to give us his closing remarks. Put your hands together for chairperson.
Na gode kwarai da gaskiya. I also believe that I have to add some few words to our guest speakers. They spoke my mind. They spoke well. They said everything I wanted to say, but left some few things, and I will touch on those things. In life, before I tell you about my own history and story, what is important in life, whether you make it, you will not, you will succeed, you will not, you will survive, or you will not, is one thing, one very important thing. Students, listen very carefully, and the elders of our communities. One important thing in our life that we should all value and know is mindset. Mindset. Our mindset drives everything in the world. In our businesses, in our day-to-day life, in our families, in our home, in our educational field, and every part of our life is the mindset. And that is why when I was writing my manifesto, the first thing I wrote on my manifesto is change of mindset. My sister here said it. Are we ready? Are we ready is mindset change. This mind is what will tell you, I'll be a good student, I want to succeed, I want to become a billionaire, I want to become Alhaji, I want to become my brother Alhaji Suraj, I want to become a chief. When you don't have anything in your mind, what are you going to dream of? You're going to dream of nothing. And when you dream of nothing, you become nothing. Where I stand today in front of you speaking to you, if I tell you the village I come from, you'll be shocked. If I allow you to tell you the village he comes from, you will not believe. Or most of our brothers here. But when we were growing up, we had dreams. We planned every day. We keep thinking and changing the way we think. Aspiring to be bigger than who we want to be, or our leaders. When I started contesting to become flag bearer, I was 39 years old. 39. And Ghanaians were like, this small boy, how can this small boy want to be president? I'm saying it. I was 39. In 2012, I was 39 years old. Yes. So you cannot calculate my age. But I already had that in mind. As a young man growing up, I want to become this, I want to be this, and I want to be that. What do you want to be? What do you want to be? Is the question you ask yourself every day. Am I getting closer to my dream? Or not? You go to school, you take a different lifestyle. You're a Muslim student, a Muslim girl, then you see girls dressing yo-yo. You see girls want to go to nightclub every night. Instead of you to read your book, you want to follow them to the nightclub. You see boys doing sakawa. Instead of you to learn, you want to be sakawa. Meanwhile, your home is different. The way to your house is a different way to that person's house. One of our brothers spoke about his classmate. You see, when you are in school and you have to follow somebody's lifestyle, you end up in a different community altogether. And you suffer for it. You pay for it. Our fathers, some of them, farm if you see their hands, labor if you see, become watchmen. Save money to send you to school. And when you go to school, you want to have iPhone 17 Pro. Just lately, my daughter's changed it on for me. I was using iPhone 13. I didn't mind because I could use it and do my business. But all the boys sitting here, they have iPhone 17 Pro Max and they don't have a job. You want to buy the latest thing when you are unemployed. You don't think of how to invest. You don't think of how to do business like I just said. Are we ready? Are we ready to start from your change of mindset? How you think, how you do it. Alaji should tell you how. If Alaji should tell you how he suffered to be where he is today, you will not be clapping hands for him. You will stand up for him. Alaji's right is here. Ask him how many times have I called him? And so Alaji, our boys are here, they have a problem. Alaji say, yes, sir, and get up and resolve it. We don't know you, but we resolve it because we know you are our people. So we must begin to help each other. Are we ready to help each other? Your uncle, you go to your uncle, you want school fees, your uncle will look at you, I need to call me, I take. Are you ready to help your son, your niece, your nephew? Are you ready? Because they are the tomorrow's leaders we don't know. They are the tomorrow's presidents we don't know. They are tomorrow's ministers we are looking for. Like I just said, our brothers, the way we dress is bad. The way we smell is terrible. I tell you. I will give you an example. I won't mention names. 3 days ago, some group of people visited my office. I have a 3-story building office. When they came to the ground floor, it wasn't easy. The whole floor was smelling. I was having meetings. So when I finished having the meetings, they decided, I asked them to bring them up. They brought them up. The moment they opened the door, La ilaha illallah. Alaji, wala kashima yala, wari kashima bichiko. You know, Allah na ituba, kashima wari na de kyoya fi wari shuka. Karni wari. Wallahi suma dala mun doko perfumes, the muka spray the whole office from the beginning to the top. We yaya. Uruwa banzani. Wanga kuma ba biya. Ba ku yi wanka. Shi yasa ana rena jongo, ana rena pepe, ana rena musulmi. Alaji, I'll come and tell you a story again. Take Dubai, take Mecca, ka gan Arab. In you wuce gaban ka sai ka suna. Saboda amin tafimin da ya sa ya sai lorinka. Amma muka tashi yaro kankani bai kai 15 years ba, wallahi ya wuce gaban ka sai ka rufe kuminka. Ranar zani maka last year zan kawo brother mu information da yake bai wai matan mu Allah na tuba suna yin drugs. Mun so kan meka ina first class, normally ya kamata in so kan wuce bags na da yana baya sai na sora ina sai ina gidan bags na, sai ambassador ya zo ya receive na. Sauran suna wucewa suna ta gaishe, oh your excellency ya wuce ina ta amsa wasu na wuce. Na sauran muna fira da ni da ambassador da sauran da suka zo suka tarbe ni. Mun wuce aka doki bag na za fita, na kan mace tana zaune, police sun kama ta suka aje tana kuka. Sai aka ta wuce na ce ambassador yake, na ce ban ya wuce, na ce I represent Ghana wherever I am. Kuma ban yangan dan wana aida matana diyana ne ko sista na tana kuka, sai in ji kaman ban gani ba ina wuce za ni haji, in ta yi mai haji. Na ce wanga haji ban yi, sai na koma na tambayi mata me kika yi, ya kina kuka. Wurin kwace kayanki wa aka kwace wa me ke ciki, menene ne mun sai menene ne muka sa menene ne, na ce kai me ke ciki fadi mini, ba ki sabi ne kika sa ba, ba ke kika sa ba wa to me ke ciki. sai tana sai ba ta yi ta faɗi. Na ce in ba ki faɗi ni ban taimake ki fa, kin san ni wata san na ce to ki faɗi mini abin da ke ciki so da na taimake ki. Wai sun kwaso tramadol ne da namijin goro da nyama ta sa shi cikin kuka. Ai ku kusan kuka ko abin da ake dafawa na ci kuka da miyan kuka man, aba ku duka kun san yayi yawa ta sa shi cikin kutuku kusan kutuku ko ba haka ba yawa ta daure shi kaman wani abin ga ina sunan shi hasi, kuma ta yi shi aka nika shi kaman garin tuwo ta kama ta sa. Polisin suka kama suka bude duka suka zubta abin kukan ga kuka na kwance suka kama ta kulle suka kama kayan suka riya suka sa ta bakin kofa. Sai na taimaka polisin na shiga na gaishe su na ce matan ga ban san ta ba amma ni da ita gari guda muka fito, ni kuma ina son zama president Ghana amma fa iya ina wucewa in kan tiyana yana sai an kama ta an kulle in iya wuce in ce zan zama president Ghana za ni haji bai yi. To na zo ka faɗi mini me za mu iya mu yi mu bari ta wuce. Suka ce min alhaji, na ce ni ban zama alhaji ba tukuna, su haka suka kira haji, na ce ni ban zama haji ba tukuna, yanzu za ni yi haji. Wai this woman no good, track. Na ce yes I know, but na bada sunana suka buga sunana cikin kwamfutan suka gani o waye wanga ba yaro ba ne babban mutum ne. Na ce to a yanzu kun ga wannan nake ko to ni kuma na so ne ikon who I am na nake son doki wannan in bari ku release matan ga Qur'ani. Baban ne kalle yace wai ya shiga cikin ya kira boss shi ya zo muka zo na explain na baki nace ba sani ba a yankuri suka shiga kuma suka komo. Na zo ne more than 30 minutes, na zo ne 45 minutes na tare da ita ban mu kowa na sai na kallon mu. Mutane ma sun gudu ma suka bari mu ma bari fadi maka gaskiya kowa ya wuce ya bar ni da ita kide. Suka fito daga baya suka ce to su sun ji sun barta amma komai duka ba ta taya da shi, amma tun daga yau sai ta sign undertaking da anda suka kamata da irin wanga abu ta shiga sarka. Nace ni na san mata, sai ta sign nata, sai ni kuma na sign nawa, sai aka doke ta aka bani haka na anshe ta haka, kowane kallo. Hajiya ta ce hankuri, muka ce waje ce ta hajiya kuka naki danki. So ka gani, we should learn to help, we should learn to support each other, and we should also learn to do the right thing. Muna sa su wahala, wallahi muna sa su wahala. Ko president da kanshi muna sa shi wahala. Ba batun president zai yi fadi ma nan ba, amma president kanshi yana wahala saboda zungo. Wallahi muna kuma da kanmu baya. Ilimi ne muka da wani, amma me muka yi da shi? Shagantaka da siyasanci. In yaro ya iya ya hada Qur'ani, to littafi shi menene ne? Bukun makaranta menene ne? In yaro ya iya hadiye Qur'ani kanshi, what is ordinary book science and all this? It's nothing. But at the end of the day, we are our students. Nothing. So kun gani abu uku ke rike da duniyan ga, wannan abu uku in baka fi da shi ba to za ka yi wahala. In ka kama abu ukun ga, wallahi karshen rashuwa ke da talauci ma yana da wuya. Talauci kana so ne, mutum kana so ka zama talaka ka zama talaka. A'a, wallahi in kana so ka zama talaka ka zama talaka. In kuma kana so ka zama mai kudi kuma ka zama mai kudi insha Allah. Laziness zai zama da mutum mai kudi. Muna son shauki lamari kware, muna son banza abu. Shauki ba mu mu yi. I mean, what is this? Lokaci yake, amma ina da maganganu da yawa. Na daya, mutum duniya ka zama mai gaskiya. Be sincere, be honest. Everybody, wherever you find yourself, ka zama mutum mai gaskiya, mai kirki. Wajen aiki aka saka ka yi gaskiya. Inda ka samu wani ne baka aiki ka yi gaskiya. Naka ne ka yi gaskiya. Na baban wani ne ka yi gaskiya. Na uwan wani ne kuma ka yi gaskiya. Ka gani ka fi gaba ko baka zuwa gaba. Na biyu, hard work. Ke da kinka ka zama hard working person. Ko me kake yi ka yi shi da kyau. Ko me kake yi cikin duniyar ka yi shi da kyau, ka gani kai wahala. Kana sai da tomatoes ne, sai dai shi da kyau, ka ce ka samu mai kyau wanda ke da kyau, ka zo ka aje ka zo an sai naka ban na wani. Amma ka ce ka tinka dai ka doko wanda ya rurrufe ka sa kasa, sai ka doki mai kyau ka tafi bisa. Abba da Allah da Annabi ke ta zaka cikin mutum ga mai kuɗi. Wanda ya sai da gida gobe bai zo wajen ka kuma ya sai, in ya zo zai fitar daban ne, don ya sai naka ga kamar ke ba mai gaskiya bane. Shi ke koma da mu baya, muna ganin kamar ido mu ya yage, ba ya bude ba, wo ya yage, amma muna kai bai yage ba, ya rufe. Bautan Allah, prayerful, ka zama mai roƙon Allah, ibadan ka yi ka roƙi Allah. Ba malami duniyan da yake ke da kin gawo. Malamai ku yi mini gafara fa. Kana duban malami zai an shi ragon ka da yanka ya dauki ya aika maka gidanka, zan yanka ne shi da matarsa su ci kyau, yayi roƙon Allah ya baka, amma naman nan su za su ci fa. Shi kuma zai yi kwana ne kuma yayi kwana da kyau. Sai kana duban kamar wai yana jan tasba, a'a ba na ke yake ba, na shi yake ja. Malam ko ba ka ba, wallahi na shi yake ja ba naka ba. Kuma yan yanka ragon da sunan shi ciki fa yake yanka ba na kike ba. So in kana so ka kai gaba, ke da kanka ka tashi a tsuba, ka daga hannunka ka roki Allah da yanda ya kamata, ka yi gaske ka yi hannu ka gani ko ka yi wahala. kai ka kudu rago ka bashi ka kudi ka bashi ka ce shi ya maka roko Allah sai kai ka take kwanta kai bici ka san bici bici fa kwana kenan fa za ka yi bici fa sai shi ya ma roko Allah a kai ba zai yi ba so ku sa wannan imani cikin ku ni ina ta magani da kina malami ne wallahi ni malami ne kai ni ban bin malamin ta yi miro Allah ni da kina zan roki Allah kuma Allah ya ansa ka tasba ni kowane lokaci to bari ba ku labari malami Allah kiyaye fa Allah kiyaye sake kiyaye kuno mata Allah kiyaye ko ji wajen malami ayi muku roko Allah miji nan yana so wani bai so na yi mishi a bata shi sai malami yayi a bata ko ba haka ba akwai mu nan kuma ayi roko Allah wani ga ya mutu malami ya roko Allah me shi ya mutu a kawo allon karfe ayi roko Allah ayi allon karfe me shi wahala sai da dare ku koma wannan malami ku ce shi yayi muku roko Allah Allah ya anci naku aba Allah ya anci wannan malamin da ya bata wani ya allon karfe ya roko Allah wani harkokin shi ya bata da kai da wannan malami waye kusa da Allah da wannan malamin da ke baka yi ma Allah komai ba baka roki Allah wani ya mutu ba baka roki Allah wani matan shi mijin shi bai so matan shi ba sai kai ka roki Allah bai an shi ba malamin ne zai roki Allah ya an shi to Allah ya kare muna to na gode
to ataba mata fusa su gata ka kure ataba yau chairman ɗinmu ya kuma kasance shehu magana ya daɗi
shehu his excellency shehu his excellency alhaji hassan ayarga
ka ji magana ba wai malamin na addu'an da ya yi amma ba naka zai ba ya ci kazan kai ce more amma zai addu'an shi nashi zai yi
gode kwarai his excellency dr hassan ayarga to wato dududu aski ya kai gaban goshi mun gode kwarai da gaske da kuka samu lokaci godiya musamman zuwa ga sarakanmu mun gode da kuka samu lokaci kuka halarci wannan taro malamanmu kuma mun gode da kuma shugabanninmu Dr. Nazifa, thank you very much mun gode kwarai Allah saka da alheri Madam, let me call you Miss Ahmed mukarrama Miss Ahmed na sunan rafani na kenan Amadu ce sa ke wato umma na ke mun gode kwarai from the National Youth Authority and the National Apprenticeship Program mun gode Allah saka da alheri shugaba Alhaji Abbas Daud mun gode Petroleum Hub Chief Faisal Audu Bawa
to ina ganin bari mu gode wa COP Muhammad Suraj
aboki ya COP bai kamata ka yi magana ka buga sunan shi ba ka karbi izini wuri na ba ni ne able lieutenant shi sa ba ka buga sunan shi ba ka karbi izini wuri na ba ni deputy shi ne even though ba wannan position amma ni de facto deputy ne
wai sai dai a kai ka hohoi in ka je hohoi
a kamanta
samu ta cikin wurin da
kamanta sarauta na signali na wo COP in fact in law na kenan baka sani ba
to kwarai
mai daki na hohoi ta fito
kwatkwali ce ko?
yanzu za ka tambaya
shi sa aure da kasan kwatkwala kuma sun yi zama aure
masha Allah
but in the meantime let's also acknowledge the presence of our dear students who have made this program a very very successful one. Put your hands together for yourselves. Indeed, the program is yours. You have come in your numbers, and I'm very, 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 very sure you have learned and you are going to take something home. And to that, we say thank you. May God continue to bless you. Put your hands together once again to yourself. Shesa, I didn't want to look at you. We're done with everything. We're going to have a closing prayer. Monkera Marafa inda yake taso ya zo ya mana addu'a na tashiwan wannan zama. Muna godiya sosai. A taba masa. Okay.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillah, farko muna gode ma Allah da malamin mu Shaimaiga ya sa mu cikin hadarar Ubangiji a cikin ikon Allah, kuma aka yi program lafiya har aka kai inda aka kai. Bature kuma ya ce an samu a very successful program. Ba abin da za mu gaya muku illa mu ce jazakumullahu khairan, saboda kun ba mu abu mafi tsada. Ba abin da kudi bai ya sai kamar lokaci shine abu mai tsada a cikin rayuwar mutum. Dangane da aka Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ya sauko da sura dungun kan batun lokaci, kamar kan da Allah ke cewa wal asr innal insana lafi usr innal ladzina amanu wa amilus saliyat wa tawasaw bil haqqi wa tawasaw bis sabr. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون والسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.
So please, the students kindly remain seated. Please, we are going to take a group photograph. So students kindly remain seated, and before you exit, Mr. DJ, yeah, Mr. DJ. So the students, there's an attendance for you to fill. So try and do so before you leave. So try and do so at the exits before you leave. But for now, remain seated. We will take a group photograph. And after that, we'll go for the snap. But please, let's remain seated. We'll take a group photograph before we exit. So His Excellency Dr. Hassan Ayaraga. We can take the group photograph. Please, yeah, Mukoma Baya, Zasu group. No, don't worry. So yeah, Mujara Sayuwa Mujara Zamaya ya suna shi manyan namu za su yi nasu farko, speakers mun nan muke so su yi nasu farko tukunna mu yi sauran shi sa shi mu yi general one. For the speakers, please allow them to take the photograph. Please, you are blocking. Thank you very much. Okay, they say you should hold on. Please, Yankuri, Akuntari su Yankuri, Ayankuri Abaso. Please give them space. Please, let's give them space so that we take the first badge and then we'll continue. Please. Okay. Doc. Please. Okay, are we done? Mbappe, are we done? All right, so we can now take the rest camp. Alaji. She the Alaji Barsukari. No, okay, sarakuna makudi kwarai sosai sai sa dignitaries kun saura sai dan Alhaji Abbas Faisal, you come this way. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much, Mugodi. The next badge. Thank you very much. Okay, so we'll now do COP and Dr. Hassan Ayaraga. Yes. Yes, we'll come back to all that. Thank you very much. So, Dr. Nazifa, please. Oh no, you take. Yes, you take yours. No, you have to take the ladies. Okay, Haja Mukarama. No, Doc, wait. Hold on. Okay. Thank you very much. Mungode Allah Saka Dalheri. Alhaji Abbas. We are done. All right. Thank you very much. Da ku zo saka haka. Ya hankuri masu wanda za su take pictures sun ku zo saka saboda a samu ki pictures. Mun gode Allah saka da alheri.
Thank you.